Support for City Series Baseball is provided by the Akron Public Schools Career Education Department at 330-761-3131 or apscareers.com.
Good afternoon and welcome to Summit Lake Park here for Akron City Series baseball action. Tonight the home team, the Akron Garfield Rams, coming in at 4-9 overall, 4-4 in the City Series, facing second place Firestone Falcons, who come in 9-11 overall but an 8-2 record, looking to punch their ticket into the City Series championship game against the Ellet Orangemen. They come in as we get ready for the first pitch. It's for the Rams, it's Jared Metcalf. Catching is Casual Oliver. First pitch hacking, and it's hit sky high in the air into the gap. And Ben Hayes starting well for the Falcons. First pitch swing, and he gets a double into that right center field gap. Wind, good day to hit, Dave. Joe Pacansky, Dave Schick. The wind's blowing out and about 80 degrees here almost at game time.
Wind's at our backs, and solid like the first pitch. Great hit.
Yeah, right off the bat. First pitch hacking for Ben Hayes, and let's set the rest of the Firestone order here while we have a second. Center fielder Ben Hayes, he's on second base. Batting seconds is the DH Dustin James. Batting third, shortstop Jake Eberly. In the cleanup spot, right fielder Rich Burrows. He shows bunt, it's way outside. Batting fifth, left fielder Damian Goosetree. Cody Von Stein, the catcher, in the sixth spot. Batting seventh, first baseman Alex Eriksey. Batting eighth, the second baseman Anthony Terrell. And rounding up the order, third baseman Alex Cole. 1-0 offering to Dustin James. Tries to bunt that one, trying to get a run early. Can't get it down.
It's kind of a different view for us.
It is. We
feel so on top of things.
We're close. You almost want to go make a play right now, don't you?
Kind of wanted to jump for that ball. Now I will say, as we're looking at these two teams, talking with the coach for Garfield, they have 4 regular starters out.
Ooh.
2 infielders because of different academic reasons and so forth, but ceremonies, as we talked about before we came on air, as we get to the end of the school year, there's a lot of performances and ceremonies and so forth. So they have a lot of guys out. They shuffled the lineup pretty well. And
the reason baseball's so tough is you're trying to set your lineup for tournament play too, pitching-wise, while you're still fighting for league positioning. That's one of the weird things where league play goes on during the tournament. The tournament's before the year's over. That one behind him pops way out of there. Hayes rolls into third on the wild pitch.
Well, the good thing is with Peter's camera angle, you can see the horrible traffic on the freeway behind him. So,
yeah, I think an accident on the way, and I got held up by it just a little bit. 2-2 offering to Dustin James. That one's hit hard up the middle, and it gets up the middle. Great diving attempt, but it goes through for a base hit. 2 ABs and 2 hits. Dustin James with a base hit and RBI. 1-0 Firestone. This Falcons team also a young team, as they lost a lot to graduation. But coming of age here a little bit. We saw them right at the beginning of the year, and now here, about a month and a half later, they're looking to play their best ball here as the weather breaks. Jake Eberly takes ball one way outside. Pitching, I believe you said in his first varsity start today, freshman Jared Metcalf. gets in on the hands there, and that one's hitting the hole, and Eberly legs it out and going all the way first to third as it was a hit and run is Dustin James. He never stopped there as he advances on the throw, and an infield hit for Eberly. Metcalf did his job there, just ball was placed perfectly. So 3 ABs and 3 hits now, and that's going to bring up the cleanup hitter, Rich Burrows.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's not the walks or anything that's hurting him right now. He's putting the ball in play, just good hits all around.
And that one's going to be...
See, Peter, good idea not to park on that side. That was pretty close to where I was going to park.
First and third situation. There you go. Didn't hold the runner there on the first one, and Everly just took off right away. See what they do. They're going to go again, and that one's wide. Nothing doing. Stolen base for Eberly.
And they're really working them. And for Casual Oliver, first year catching as well. A lot of lineup switches I talked about earlier, but you know, kind of learning on the fly. You saw it there.
That one outside. Nice play by Oliver to get to it. 2-1 now on Burrows. Comfortable, man.
Yeah, I see you over there. Kind of showing off the jewels of the other team over there.
Showing off the Casper.
Hey.
Casper the friendly ghost. High.
Looks like I have white
High fastball. He tried to get on top, but he hits it sky high. That one falls for the first out, and that will go as a sac fly. Advancing to third, and maybe a little bit early was Jake Eberly on the play. So Burrows out F8, but he gets the sac fly.
Oh, that's right in the sun.
Yeah, he fought it out there, did a nice job.
Backpedaled a little bit, got underneath it.
Damian Goostree, the left fielder today in the 5-hole. He showed, they go to squeeze. Well, he gets that down. That's a for sure run.
Coming out aggressive.
Nothing like jumping out on a team, getting that big inning right away. Really, especially if you're pitching somebody without a lot of experience, it's nice to give them a little bit of cushion, confidence. Oh, 1 offering, and that hits him on the backside. That will bring Cody Von Stein to the plate. On the pitch, Goostree waltzes into second. Strike 1 called on Von Stein. They try to squeeze again, and the job there is to just get that in fair territory and not try to be too perfect with it. 0-2 now on Goostree. Or check that, Von Stein. Metcalf going to try to take one here himself. Get out of trouble. Down 2-0 here in the top of the first. Fastball way up. Nice save by Oliver. That one sails inside. Metcalf getting a lot of movement on his pitches, but he's been upstairs quite a bit. 2-2 the count. Did not miss by much, just a little bit out. Full count on Weinstein. That one way up. Loses Weinstein. Ball 4 and the bases are loaded. 1 out, and Alex Aracey looking to bust it open here early.
Yeah, and this, you bust it open too much, we're going to be getting to the 10-run rule. He's got to settle into his groove a little bit here on the mound.
Looked like he was overthrowing there, especially when he got the 2 strikes. Throws a little off-speed pitch there, gets it over for a strike. Nice job. Well, he's 1 pitch away from pitching out of this thing, and really not a lot of harm done yet. Only 2 runs in. A lot left to be decided here. Good spot there, down low. See the first baseman for the Falcons.
Nice spot. Right across the numbers.
Yep, top of the strike zone, gets that one. That's one you never see called in the major leagues, or that borderline high strike. But I'll tell you, Metcalf happy to have it there. Again, he's ahead in the count. He was ahead in the count last time. Got to get a put away here. Oliver goes out to talk it over with his battery mate.
He's going to play the clip, but he got back so quick. Not a long chat out there.
Turned on, and it's going to be a fly ball caught, and we're going to have a play at the plate here. Throw is cut and a little bit offline for the sac fly. And then taking third on the throw is Goostree. Weinstein remains at first. So 2 sac flies in 1 inning. Aracey out F7, but does get the RBI and the sac fly. 2 positive outs for the Falcons. They both led to runs. And with 2 out and 2 on, Anthony Terrell going to try to add to the lead. Wild one all the way to the backstop, and that's going to lead to a run.
Oh, it hurts.
Yep, it does.
It did almost put Peter in play, though.
It did.
The ball rolled right in front of his camera. Think about it, Peter. You're just like those lights out in the outfield, just part of the stadium.
I was going to say out. Better lights here, though, than a lot of other places I've played at. At least they have more than 1 row. They're a little low, but more than a row. I've played a lot with just single, and then like a couple of them are out. 2-0 on Terrell. You know what I'm saying, Dave.
Not really, but sure. Ooh,
Line drive to center. It hangs up, but not enough to be caught. And that's going to drive another run in. And Firestone with a big top of the first inning here. 4 different players with RBIs, and their 5th run comes in. This time it's Anthony Terrell with the line drive single.
Go right on through the order.
Good piece of hitting. Metcalf stuff has been a lot of it's been upstairs, a lot of it about waist high, not getting that ball down enough.
There it goes.
Like right there, it was
There
a
we
good
go.
pitch.
Go
And that one
right
thrown into the outfield. It's going to be a stolen base and an error on the catcher to allow Terrell to get the third.
on the catcher. Okay,
Yeah, it's going to be an error on the throw
gotcha.
to let Terrell get to third.
So how do they do it, Joe? When you have like a night game, do you get charged for turning the lights on?
Depends where you play.
Like an hourly thing?
It depends where you play.
Oh. Or they just charge it in your fee?
Like this is a city field, so it would just go into the
city fund.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I used to, right there where I was growing up, down in Price Park,
Yep.
North Canton, there's a softball field there.
Right.
Those lights would be on forever.
Could have a play at the plate here. Late jump. Oh, and bang, bang play. We had a good view of it here, too. Could have went either way. Good positioning by the umpire, though. And Terrell scores. Did not get a great jump, but a good slide. And he scores on the wild pitch. So everybody on base has scored for the Falcons in a big top of the first inning. 6 runs already.
It looks like he was either a little late throwing that ball, or he had the mitt. It looked almost like in the middle of the plate.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as he hit the plate, he was in. Tough call, though. This is hard because you gotta try and rally the troops here.
Yeah, that's what you want for your jammed. And the pitcher comes to, or the first baseman comes to get it. It might have gotten the sun there at the last second. And it's tough for Jared Metcalf because when he has been, and he has made good pitches, he has not been rewarded. That'll go E3. Allow Cole to reach. And the guy who started things about 25 minutes ago is going to get another shot here, Ben Hayes.
Well, let me get my stuff back on. I like his gloves. I like those. The yellow?
You would.
Accent.
Yeah, they're not bad.
I found that, there it goes. Given the time at North Canton, Hoover Vikings,
Mm-hmm.
you tend to like a lot of orange more than regular people. And then even at Akron, more of the yellows and stuff.
Yeah.
Just kind of used to it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Cleveland Browns with the orange.
Hayes doubled and scored earlier in the first. Double to right center.
So when you have traffic like that, Joe, are you one of the people that gets off?
Yes.
I'm going to drive around this thing.
That is a good swing. Going the other way. Hayes drives in a run. 2 for 2 in the first inning.
2 RBI. First RBI, though.
Yep. I think he'll take it.
7. Oh.
That scores Cole. And a touchdown for the Falcons. We saw them earlier, and they hit the ball well that day, too. 5 hits already. All but one of these runs earned. And you see that happen, especially with a team that's struggling a lot, Dave. An error is made that will make the third out, and then it leads to 3 or 4 runs. It doesn't. Lots of times, a good team or a veteran team can shut that down, not make it hurt. It's teams that are struggling where you always can go back and circle that and say, "Ugh, everything's upstairs now." On Corbin White.
One. He kind of, talking with the coach, he moved from like a reliever role this season so far now to starting the whole game. So, in the reliever role, you're at this point, probably through an inning or so with pitches and counts. And he's still in the first inning, so it's gonna be a tough day.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're sitting this way because I left my hat at home, and I thought that would be a potentially really bad thing.
Yeah, reaching almost 40 pitches here in the first inning. That one's going to go off of his glove, roll to second, got to get rid of it. And they do get the bang-bang call at first, out 1-4-3. Good top of the first inning for the Falcons as they score 7 runs on 5 hits, and with 1 left on after a half inning, it's 7-0 Firestone. Garfield coming up to bat. Back to action here in the bottom of the first.
Finish my off story later.
Yeah, edit that. Pitching today for the Falcons.
Hey!
Number 1, Corbin White, and doing the catching is Cody Vonstein. First pitch hacking for Garfield, and it's down.
Man, you get up there first, you got to swing.
Well, that's both these guys have done so effectively, and that is Lorenzo Sherman, the center fielder.
He's like, hey, I remember chasing this.
He saw that in the first inning. Let's set the rest of the batting order for the Rams today, a team depleted by a lot of injuries. In the 2-hole right now, hitting Adam Waters, the third baseman. Batting third and playing left field is, I can't read your writing. Here we go.
Third?
Yeah.
Hunter first?
Oh, that's an H. Munter sounded better than Hunter. I mean, yes, Hunter first. He's playing left, but batting third. Batting fourth is the pitcher, Jared Metcalf. Batting fifth, the second baseman, Nick Desane. Batting sixth is the shortstop, Devontae Smith. Batting seventh, first baseman, Khalid Brown. Batting eighth is the designated hitter, Montier O'Neill. And rounding out the order, right fielder, DeAndre Bowden. 0-2 count on Waters.
Yeah,
Sherman at first, throw a little bit late.
Lefties don't have that great a handwriting.
Touche, I'm with you there.
I know.
What do we say? Better than a doctor, but not much. Strike 3 looking. Good morning, good afternoon, good night to Waters as he's down looking for strike 1, or for out 1. Strike 1, strike 2, and strike 3. I'll get it. Not used to the sunshine, Dave, after the winter we've had.
It's always been up there. You just couldn't see it.
Yes, as is the case for probably about 247 of 365 days of the year around here.
But man, that's the thing that people don't understand when they live in the South or California where it's 70 all the time. It's like, you just don't appreciate. Man, you get out here, people left work early today just to get outside and go in the sun.
Corbin White is pounding the strike zone. Oh, that one's sliding, kicked into the outfield, and it hurt him, or he might have been able to take third. Sherman with the stolen base. And Coach Rodrino going to go over and check out his leadoff hitter, who caught whatever it caught. It caught sadly because it ejected that thing out into the left center field. Going to check him out. It'd be a good time, yeah.
You want to hear about pitching here.
Let's do it.
All right, there you go.
Can you tell me a little bit about Corbin White and what he brings to the mound today? Corbin's one of our best pitchers. He's always been solid for us on the hill. Definitely one of our guys we use in our more important league games, or kind of our big non-league games. He's struggled a little bit as of late. He's 1-2 on the season, but we put him up there against some real tough competition, and we're real confident with him out there on the hill. So hopefully we'll have another good performance today.
There you go.
And so far, Corbin White has been pounding the strike zone. That is exactly what you want to do when you're coming in with a lead.
Great insight. The coach's perspective.
Yeah, you love it.
I do. Probably more than I should.
When you hit the target, you get that call, maybe even if it's a little bit off the plate. But, I mean, catcher did not have to move his glove. He set up out there and playing catch for the second out of the inning.
2 strikeouts. Oh.
Both looking. So he hit that with the off-speed pitch. Jared Metcalf now. He'd like nothing more than to stay off the mound for a while, and White is on right now. Pitcher's got to be glad for it to be the temperature it is, and I've already made a vow after the winter we've had. I'm not complaining about it being hot. Not at all. Not that this is hot. This is perfect. For me. I could have it even 85 and then be happy. How about you?
I mean, I'm not complaining. My ideal temperature is like about 75.
Yeah. Well, isn't that about what it is? Good hack right back at us.
About 83.
You got 83?
We're still kind of cool out, but if you're doing
humidity's
something,
not
you'll
with
sweat.
us yet.
You know. The other thing too is, in about another month and a half, this is going to be freezing. It's going to be 82. I better put a long sleeve
Because of what you're used to.
Yeah.
Again, Von Stein sets out, way out there. Hits the spot, but that one just a little bit downstairs. Throw it again, they said. Let's see if he does. They're going to go right back out there. Not trying to tip off the pitch. I forgot where we are.
Woo. All right, 3 and 2 now.
Missed on that one. Jared Metcalf runs the count full.
And we get hit by wind. My wind screen.
And that one just misses for ball 4. Good at bat by Metcalf.
Get my wind screen on.
2 on and 2 out here for a 5-hole hitter, Nick Desane. Desane, the second baseman today.
Nice. How fast was that, Joe? I'm a human radar gun, to quote you earlier.
How fast? I'd say about 78.
I think the last time, you know, they have those things at carnivals and everything. You can see how fast you could throw and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're so horrible. I think the fastest I ever threw was like 54.
You're a crafty lefty, that's why.
Oh, and the thing is I won because I could, as hard as I can throw is 54.
2-strike pitch, curveball waved at, and Corbin White strikes out the side here in the bottom of the first after 1 inning of play. Firestone 7, Garfield 0.
But I got some other good stuff that way too.
Yeah, because he knew he could rely on you.
Now we're gonna try this one. Down 7-0 here in the top of the second.
You said it. Jake Eberly, Rich Burrows, and Damian Goostrey, heart of the order, due up for the Falcons.
You are looking live in Akron, Ohio, at Summit Lake Fields, as 2 City Series teams come together, trying to come from a deficit so big that you don't think they can. But the Rams are here to break through.
You got too much time on your hands. That one drills Eberly. He hustles down to first. He'll take his base. And Firestone seems to be on a mission here today. You ready?
Well, whenever you're ready. I don't know.
How about after this batter?
We'll wait for a lull. There'll be a lull coming.
Oh, you think?
I hope so. That's high. Oh,
Ball one on Burrows. Cleanup hitter. Sack fly in the first inning. Garfield and Metcalf need a quick inning here.
you could go in a double play here.
That's,
Oh, not that way though.
you know, he's uncorked. Nothing close to the strike zone.
Setting up here, 2-0. Haven't been close for a strike yet.
Two-0 count. Upstairs again. 3-0 now. We'll see if they green light him or have him take all the way here. Jake Eberle on second after he was hit by a pitch. Went to second on a wild pitch.
There's the other one.
You're not being able to repeat that delivery here. And as we said, that pitch count already up around 50 pitches. And for a guy that's used to relieving, that's pretty high pitch count there already. Coach Reno going to make a visit.
Yeah, we'll hear about him here. Short.
Can you tell me a little bit about starting pitcher Metcalf today, what he brings to the mound? He's a freshman getting his first start today. He's pitched in relief a couple times. It doesn't work extremely hard, but he has a little bit of movement, and just hoping he can throw strikes for us.
Quick and to the point. You'll notice that in all three of his questions.
And I'll tell you, the problem so far in this inning has been throwing strikes, but it's been, again, as he said, a freshman in his first start.
Yeah.
He's been humped up, and sometimes when you try to hump up, what happens to your ball is it flattens out and it gets up in the zone. Up in the zone, it has been good hitting speed right at the waist for Firestone, and that's when they've done most of their damage. First pitch hack, and that one lined foul down the line. Damian Goostree was ready.
Well, and I'll say this too. I mean, you look as a freshman, if you're looking to start your first game, you don't want to go against Elliott or Firestone.
Yeah.
The best two teams in the City Series. You know, you're hoping for
Someone else.
for an East, for Kenmore, a North. No offense, Peter. Our North alumni.
Well, as you said, again, a
this is a tough outing for
freshman
him,
coming
yeah.
out against the guys with seasoning. Upstairs with that one. 1-1 the count. As you mentioned, Garfield with not a lot of depth. And in addition, players out because of injury and academic issues. It makes it tough. Especially now that the weather's broken and you know, we're sitting here on a Thursday. This could be third or fourth game of the week, which means pitching staffs can be depleted. Big difference between baseball, Dave, and girls softball is that girls softball pitcher can go every day because of the delivery. With the unnatural motion that throwing is overhand, you need those 4 or 5 days of rest.
May sound like a silly question. Do you think you could ever see men playing softball using that motion?
Do you mean pitching? Or
Well, pitching with that motion, but you'd have to obviously change the field for men to use the softball motion.
They do
in
play
more of like a professional.
they do play
realm.
fast pitch softball, like in Kidron and a couple other places.
Like at a professional level. I mean,
I don't know.
because you could solve a lot of problems that way.
How do you think they figured out the game of baseball, like the dimension? How did they figure it out and make it? Because if you think about it in the major leagues, how many plays are a step or two? You know, it's like they made it the perfect distance. Because it's not at the younger levels. Because you can't stop a running game. 2 walks and a hit by pitch, and we'll see if they're going to stay with them here. I think if they do, that shows that they're pretty much up against it here, depth-wise. Bases loaded for Cody Von Stein. He walked in the first inning and scored. And Garfield in a whole lot of trouble here early on. That one's wild. Nothing coming here.
He's not even looking. He should have been looking for that runner because he was about ready to go.
Oliver hopped on it pretty quickly.
A short backstop here compared to some of the places
Yeah,
he's been.
yeah, you got to be sure. You almost got to look for the kick away here. Sometimes it'll pop up with the curvature. He just cannot find it at this point. I think he's tired.
Yeah, but I don't know if they have a lot of other pieces to set out there. I mean, at times you got to say, "Hey, this is what we got." And
Mm-hmm.
you got to take your bruises.
That one way outside. He just has not been close this inning. 2 walks and a hit by pitch, and now he's 3-0 to Von Stein. Gets
There
that
it
one
is.
over.
Hey-o.
If he brings that again, I don't think Von Stein's going to take it. I think I know where he's going to try to take it if he gets a chance. Might get a little big here.
You can't keep walking him.
Yep, he did. He did try to go downtown with that one. Swings through it. Job by Metcalf trying to get all the way back. This is a good hitter's park with small alleys. Only 350 in the gaps. 365 in straight center. About standard down the line, 325. 3-2 pitch, and Von Stein finds the hole. That's going to drive in 2 more. Throw goes in, allowing runners to advance to second and third. 9-0 Falcons.
We have another talk with him now.
That's going to be it, I think.
And certainly not something we didn't know about 2 batters ago. And that's, you know, I think deep down he only knew if things were going well, he might only get 2 or 3 innings out of them. And he chewed up the first inning big time. So you got, you know, about 1.5 innings.
Adam Waters now going to come in and take over. And that closes the door. Well, not yet, because he's responsible for the 2 runners on base, but you know, 9 runs and 8 earned and 1+ is an ERA blow-up day, and Firestone, to their credit, has come out ready to pound the baseball, and that they have done.
What are we doing at center field here? Just laying, you know, on the. It's just a very laid out, like we're next to the pool.
Which I would not mind being right now, to be honest with you. I was looked outside today at work, and I was like, ooh, I'm ready for summer.
I feel bad. My wife has like an evening event tonight from like 5 to 8. I was like, sorry. Maybe tomorrow will be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played basketball last night. I played about like 8 pickup games.
Wow.
The last 2, everyone was gassed. I can always tell when everyone else is tired because I seem really fast out on the court. Like, wow.
That's when
that's when I dominate. when people are exhausted and I'm still like the
That's
energized
Dave
bunch.
time.
Yep. I think we played at 10. I averaged about 6 both those games.
Wow.
They put some guy on me.
You're like Survivor, outwit, outplay, outlast.
Yeah. It was funny. These two guys are, oh man, all he does is run around.
You got to hold your jersey more.
He tried. I hate that with a passion.
Don't play with older guys.
People hold your
First pitch hacking.
your jersey or your shorts. Oh, I hate that. I'm like, what are you doing?
Adam Waters in relief here. Try to stop the bleeding for the Garfield Rams. Foul ball straight back, 0-2 now. Waters gets ahead. Alex Aracey, sack fly as he flew out to left in the first. Ground ball to short, and another positive out for Aracey as he drives a run home. But he is retired, 6-3 for the first out of the inning. Goose Tree comes in to score, and Von Stein heads over to third.
10-0.
First out of the inning, though. Boy, that's what you need. Get in and throw strikes, and he threw three in a row. That will bring Anthony Terrell to the plate. He singled and scored in the first inning. Also drove a run in. Another ground ball to short. Thrown over nicely in that hole. They hold the runner at third. So 2 nice plays down at short by Devontae Smith.
Alex Cole up now.
He reached on an error in the first. Rocks and fires, and you might have room there.
He's looking for it.
And that time it's squeezed by the first baseman, and a nice job by Waters as he comes in and gets 3 straight outs to keep more damage from being done, but 3 more for the Falcons, and after 1.5, 10-0 Falcons.
I can't jump that high, so I have to do other stuff because basketball-wise, I don't have a lot of talent.
Back to action here in the top of the second as we're talking about basketball and our lack of skills.
Yeah.
Ball 1 to Devontae Smith. Smith, Brown, and O'Neal, 3 due up for the Rams. They look to cut into this lead.
That's why I don't drive to the basket, folks, because I'm not fast and I can't jump very high. So
I wish I could have been a better player off the dribble. Shooting off the dribble. I could drive, but shooting off the dribble, and that ball upstairs for 2-1, and also that little 8 to 10 foot shot.
yeah.
I tend to push it sometimes. I like the floaters, but that easy shot is one I just don't finish on enough. Ground ball, and that does get up the middle. So the leadoff man on in both innings for the Rams.
But that and I just try and be crafty and
Crafty veteran.
be in good spots. You know, look for the ball. If there's an open seam coming to the basket, I'll go to the basket. But my best game is to come off a screen, hit a jumper.
I used to be able to, even when I struggled, get double figures in a game because I could beat people down the floor and get those. But as you get older, you don't get those easy. You can't leak out down the floor as easy.
Well, and then you start playing with guys that are like 22,
And they can beat you.
and And even when you leak out, they still catch up way faster.
Yeah, I definitely don't have that catch-up speed anymore either.
Not this past night, but the night before, there was like 3 guys that could dunk, and it's still weird to play with. Like, man, he can dunk. I can't even like touch the rim, and he's
good pitch on the outside corner there. Brown waves at it.
They like threw a lob. I was like, who throws lobs? You better send me a bounce pass down here near the center of the earth where I am.
Throws over, gets away.
Oh, he's gonna go.
Oh.
No, he's gonna go back.
And he
Should have gone.
changed his mind. Not down 10. You got to be sure you're going to get there.
I would have. What's the worst that can happen? You're down 10.
You get thrown out.
What's the worst that can happen? You're still down 10. You're not on third.
That's one theory.
You're on first.
Yeah.
Speaking of theories.
Well, if he hits him a double play here, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
But does not as he swings through that one. 2-2 now on Brown. 1-2, check that.
I was speaking of theories, we were talking. We play by 1s and 2s, and he's like, man, if you're down, if it's 8-8 and playing to 10, you gotta try and take the 2. I'm like, well, why don't you hit the 1?
Do you have to win by 1 or 2?
No, just straight.
Uh-huh.
He's like, and then the other team scored 1. He's like, we gotta shoot a 2 to win. I was like, yeah, I mean, you could tie it at 9. And
if you don't have any faith in your defense, yeah.
yeah. And then of
There's
course,
a good pitch.
they go up 9-8, and then we hit a 2 and we win. So.
Montier O'Neill DHing for Oliver today.
Obviously,
his first appearance.
very pissed that it didn't work out for him.
Yeah.
But I got to wear my, for the first time ever, I have a pair of Jordan basketball shoes.
See, I don't think I'd wear them to sweat in. Which doesn't make any sense.
I wore them because they were on the clearance rack. $60.
That's not bad at all. Color.
Black and red.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Nice.
I went to Dick's.
Tell the difference. Were you better?
I wasn't any better, but my other shoes.
You felt cool?
I can tell when my shoes start deteriorating too much because I can barely move after I play basketball. Like, wow, why does my knee hurt so bad?
My basketball shoes have a green tint to them because I've used them to mow for so long. Curveball misses upstairs.
See, I have a rotation. I think I have like 3 pairs now. I used to try and wear
Got your Sunday specials or what?
Well, I'd wear them like back and forth so they wouldn't wear out so fast, but
Oh my god.
I don't have any more. So now I just have ones that over the summer I'll play outside on the playground, so I wear those there and keep a nice pair for inside.
On the streets of Lyndhurst?
Not always, but around. My wife's family always has a basketball game on July 4th. I don't know
that's
why.
nice.
Because
Tradition?
Yeah, because no one's good at basketball except for me. Like, no one even plays. I think they play once a year on July 4th. So it's like, who wants the first pick? I'll give you all the picks if I have the first pick.
Corbin White is rolling here. All 5 outs via the strikeout. He's given up a hit in each inning. 9-hole hitter DeAndre Bowden swings through that fastball for strike 1. The Rams are 500 in City Series play. They've been up and down as I've looked through their box scores quite a bit. Win one day, and then they've had some days like this too. That one is knocked down nicely at first base. 0-2 count on Bowden. One and one count. I beg your pardon.
You should pay attention a little more.
I was.
Man, they're coming after him at first.
I would say up 10-0. Can you please throw strikes?
Seriously, that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
They're not going anywhere.
let him get to second, then be worried.
But if he's in a rhythm, which he seems to be, why mess with it?
Keep throwing strikes.
Mixing his pitches, mixing his fastball and curveball. Well, using his fastball mostly, but keeping him honest and using that curveball as an out pitch. There he goes, fastball, and it's kicked, but he knocks it down, and his hat almost comes off, but he gathers and makes the play. 1-3, and no harm there. Hit and a man left on, but no score for the Garfield Rams after the second inning. The third and top of the order for the Falcons as they lead here comfortably. Ben Hayes is going to lead it off.
He's pretty highly prepared for today's game.
He got here early and everything. I'm proud of you. Joe Pakinski, Dave Schick, Peter George here bringing the action. Field side.
Dude, I get angry when I drive when I'm late, so I just gotta have time, because then I just relax.
As I said, oldest 30-year-old I know.
Drive, get there on time, listen to your tunes. Man, you're late. You're like, can I get over there and go a little faster?
You mentioned, are you sitting traffic guy?
Yeah.
I'll drive an extra hour to not have to sit in traffic.
I sit there because
can't stand it on the highway, especially. I'm like, there better be an accident, which I don't want there to be an accident. What I mean is there better be an explanation.
Yeah.
When I'm up there, there's nothing. Or they have the lane closed and no one's doing nothing. No one's even there. The workers, I understand if they're there and they're on lunch break or shift change, but they're not even there. There's no one there. They just got barrels out, one lane.
somebody better die up there because
No.
close this highway up.
No, that is not it.
Say you're
No, I just want an explanation.
send my prayers to you.
Like a big
family.
hole in the road. Okay, gotcha.
I'm sorry I cursed at you guys for an hour to get up here and see that your family's
Oh, now I'm
disarrayed
getting
all
rained
over the
on.
highway.
I've already had a bird that's got me today since I've been here. Did you know that?
Well, bird,
Got hit by a little bird.
little bird down.
Yeah, a little bit.
You want to hear a gross story?
No.
Okay. It has nothing to do with birds. I'll give you that hint.
Does it have to do with babies?
No.
Oh. 3-1 offering over for strike two.
Where are we at?
Ben Hayes, 2 for 2, a double, single, and an RBI on the day so far.
Man, in the third?
Yeah, he's
Yeah, we caught right back up.
so to speak.
Who knew?
And can't get him. Ball 4. Hayes has been on all 3 times. It's going to bring a pinch hitter to the plate, number 24, Matt Dees.
Do you want to hear my gross story?
Is it appropriate for television?
Yeah.
Maybe you should run it by the screener before
Yeah.
do it in the
or
next
my-
inning.
It's not grotesque. It's just
Not close with that one.
no.
Hayes stays put at first. They're going to hit their way in here.
What do you think? Over under 14 runs.
Well, at this point,
They have three subs coming in. Over under 14 runs. That'd be 2 runs.
I think you're right about on there. Gets the force at second.
You ain't getting that.
Tries to turn the double play, can't do it. So Hayes out at second on the fielder's choice for the first out of the inning. D's aboard, and that will bring shortstop Jake Eberly 1 for 1. Single hit by pitch, couple runs scored for Eberly in the ball game. Another ground ball to short. We're going to try to turn it again. And same result. They get the force play at second. And he's got a nice little thing going with ground balls to short, Dave, as Eberly hits into the fielder's choice. 6-4 once again. 2 outs now in the inning. That will bring Rich Burrows to the plate. No, it won't. We're going to have a pinch hitter. Owen Grant going to pinch hit for Burrows. Number 19, pinch hitter Owen Grant. Did you get that?
Yeah. I wrote it all down.
It looks like you're writing an essay over there. That one thrown away. Eberle going to stay put. Or not. Looks like Derek Deese is at first base. I'm sorry. They snuck him in there too.
Yeah, everybody's getting to play a little bit.
That's nice on a beautiful day like today. That one upstairs. Adam Waters on in relief.
Great hit.
That one right at him. Has to move about a step, and Waters does the job again. F8 there for Grant. And no runs here in the top of the third, but it's still Firestone up comfortably 10-0. Back to action here in the bottom of the third inning. And top of the order due up for the Rams. You got any sound for me?
I do. Would you like Firestone or Garfield?
Garfield, it doesn't matter.
Let's do Garfield season or Firestone season so far.
Can you tell me a little bit about how the season has gone so far, currently 9-11, kind of what your feelings are at this point of the season?
You know, we've kind of been up and down this year. We've pitched excellent, but our defense and our hitting has been sporadic. You know, we just haven't been able to find that consistent 9 to get the job done for us every day. But we've got a real young group of inexperienced players, and I think they've grown throughout the season, done all the things we've asked, and I'm really looking forward to continuing the rest of this year and this group of kids moving forward.
There you go.
Very nice.
Would you like another one?
No, stretch it out.
I got.
We'll let Corbin go. He's back to work now.
All right.
Corbin White been dealing so far. That one left upstairs, but it fooled Lorenzo Sherman, and he swings through it. 6 strikeouts now for White. And that'll bring Adam Waters and the pitcher up to the plate. First pitch swinging, hits that one. Hangs up in the air. Center fielder Ben Hayes brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Being like 1, 2, 3, he's you know. Watch out.
Hunter first steps to the plate. Leaves that one just a bit up. These are kind of innings if you want to throw complete games you got to have.
Yeah.
If you can complete the inning. You know, he's on his 5th pitch of the inning. That's it so far. As I say that, he can't find the strike zone. But plenty of time. 2-0 now on first. Who's on first? No, he's batting. Come on, Dave.
Still one of the funniest skits of all time. Because you have to sit down with paper and write down just to try and figure out.
Do you think they wrote that, or do you think they just went with that after a while?
I think it started as like a joke, and then they expanded upon it to make.
They're
a
like,
roster.
this we could
do this.
We could live off of this.
But some of the best creative writing that you will ever see when you actually see how they did the skit.
Oh.
And then the hardest thing, you see people try and mimic it, and it's still
can't do it. 3-1 lined up the middle, and Garfield refuses to go down in order. They've had a hit in each inning. So first is on first with a line drive single.
Who's on first?
That's what I said. Or as Michael Scott would say, that's what she said.
Oh. You said my story wasn't clean.
Jared Metcalf. Oh, come on. The pitcher. The former pitcher. Now he's playing third base, but he walked his first time. Second shot here at Corbin White. Big swing, and it's fouled out of play. Hopefully not by Peter's car. I don't think we got anything but liability, Peter. No
ba-
collision.
A baseball like that on my car might total it. See about 4 other things fall off. I already have like you know how the bumper comes around the back and then around the side? Like both sides are all rusted out, so they're not, there's nothing holding it over there.
Nice block there by Von Stein.
I'm one small bump away from having 2 wings on each side of that car. And just the back bumper holding up. I'll consider maybe upgrading at that time.
Boy, Metcalf's got a big swing. Hits that high in the air to right, and it's brought down for the 3rd out of the inning. And after 3 innings of play, a hit but no runs for the Rams. It's still Firestone 10 and Garfield 0. Top of the 4th inning, Damian Goostree, Cody Von Stein, and Alex Schaff due up for the Falcons.
You wish there was like, we're talking Browns draft during the break.
It's all that we've been talking about the last 4 months in Northeast Ohio.
You wish that there was like that great corner, like the Joe Hayden type. You could grab at 4. Oh,
Somebody said their ideal pick was a trade down in Gilbert from Oklahoma State, I believe he's from.
that would
The
be
9
bad.
pick or 13 or something like that.
Man,
I would
yeah,
trade
2
down if
corners.
it gives me an extra 2nd round pick or if it allows me to move up my 1st round pick, my second 1st round pick.
Yeah.
But I don't want to jump into the 1st round to get another Brandon Whedon. That was when you
See-
could have got him in the 2nd round.
I like what I was hearing where they could have 4, 26, and like 30 from the
Ooh.
Seahawks. 3 first-rounders.
Go ahead. They've already had a really good offseason. But it's time to get better.
They've had an okay offseason. You've made well with what you could get.
You know what? I wouldn't
But
be
there are
surprised
better
if it
guys
was.
that
I wouldn't
you
be
coulda got.
surprised if it was Mack because there's been no talk in Cleveland about Mack.
Yeah.
He's been the one guy they haven't talked about,
They haven't
other than
talked.
he's a great player, but they might have to move him inside. Why? Move somebody else inside.
But it's just, to me, I see there being 3 elite players, and you're at 4, and it's like, dang it.
And none of
Storage.
them are a quarterback,
Well, none of them are a quarterback, but
which is rare.
yes.
But
The-
somebody's reaching for a quarterback. I just don't want it to be the Browns. Strike 3 to Goostree. And Waters continues his excellent pitching out of the bullpen for the Rams.
Yeah, I think Johnny Manziel's gonna have a good pro career. I just don't know. Here's the thing: when you're at 4, you can't miss.
If
And
you
that
could
could be
get
a
him at
miss.
20 or 26, though, it's so weird. If you get him at 4, it's like he's got to play. You get him at 20 or 26,
Yeah.
you could possibly. And I think in Cleveland the
even
pressure would be to play. But if
Late
they're
teens.
hot talking about Dallas at 16 taking him, Dallas doesn't need him. They have Romo, but
Now, would you-
there's no pressure for him to
Would
play
you,
there.
Would you do this? Trade your 1st-round pick and your second round pick, but you get Dallas's 1st-round pick and Tony Romo.
Oh yeah, but they won't do that. But
You think-
Romo is 34,
You
right?
look at that rookie contract. You got a lot of extra money now
Mm-hmm.
because he makes like $20 million a year because he's under the old. But no one talks about that. They wouldn't give up on Romo. How many Super Bowls has Romo won?
I mean, there's a team with no identity. A beautiful stadium and just 8-8, 8-8, 8-8, which is a
Well,
lot
and-
better than 4-12, 4-12, 4-12.
And for the Cleveland Browns, Tony Romo's a pretty big upgrade, but you have to play him now. You
No.
can't trade for Tony Romo and let him sit behind Brian Hoyer.
Just misses with the 1-2 offering. Von Steen.
No one talks about that trade, Peter. Why aren't they talking about that trade?
Something big will go down. There'll be 3 or 4 trades in the 1st round. Always are.
You going someplace for the draft?
Yep. My living room. How about you?
I might go to a friend's house. I don't know. Keeps moving around. I don't have, I guess, very good friends. I asked a couple of them, and one guy's going one way, and the other guy went the other way. Good talk, guys. Glad I asked what you guys are doing.
Curveball just misses upstairs. Full count now on Von Stein. My buddy of mine who lives way out in western Ohio, almost on the Indiana border, he texted me today, we always talk about all the horrible draft picks that they have. Bringing up, there's a lot of good names. Good at bat by Von Stein as he walks. A lot of good names from the past. But Seattle has shown, man, they've shown what a good drafting for a couple of years can do.
Yeah,
and I think Cleveland's shown what poor drafting can do.
Every good team seems to draft well. What do the Spurs do? They drafted well. What Seattle do? They drafted well. And what do the Indians do? Oh, they draft well, but they don't win anything.
Yeah, their farm system's been weak the last few years. Alex Shaw, his first at-bat, skies one into no man's land, and a nice play, and they got a chance for a double play.
Oh, he had him.
In and out of the hands. So it goes as no harm, no foul there, but a great play by the center fielder for Garfield, Lorenzo Sherman, as he came a long way to get that.
He should have had him, too. Oh, that would have been 1, 2, 3 out of the inning.
I know.
And that's what we talked about earlier. You have that little error, and then you let a run score or 2 runs score after it. This could be a big hit for the Falcons.
Anthony Terrell.
Everybody saw it.
Oh, he gets plunked. Again, right after you should have had the third out, and now a runner in scoring position. That's going to bring Alex Cole to the plate. He's reached on an error and popped out the first. Firestone with 10 runs on 6 hits.
Cooled down here last couple innings, though.
Ground ball to short. He goes the long way to first for the third out of the inning, and Waters does it again. Another fine inning of relief for him. Leaves 2 on, but no more runs scored. Still, Firestone 10, Garfield 0.
Oh, you could have had.
Still not the right pick, but
still could have had a good pick out of that. Who else went? Oladipo?
Yeah, that's who I would have picked.
Needed a shooting guard too.
I know. I don't understand that.
But I think Bennett could be pretty good.
Back to action in the bottom of the fourth. It's Desane, Smith, and Brown due up for the Rams. And Corbin White has been dealing so far. 6 Ks through his 3 innings of work. And he's going right back to work, 0-2. That one fouled back into the picnic plaza. Remember that? That's the old state. That one landed in the picnic plaza.
We were talking about going golfing. You know when you have to call 4 for the other fairway?
Yes.
4 over there.
Yeah, I've done that. Curveball popped into left field, first out of the inning. The Saint is retired. Devontae Smith, he singled up the middle in his first AB. Shortstop, he's had a lot of action in the ball game. Played well defensively. Takes that fastball over for strike 1.
Yeah, I hate doing that, calling 4 every other fairway. Every fairway except for yours.
Oh, for me, golf is like driving. I hate waiting to play. I'd rather go to a place where it's empty. I hate having to play a hole and then wait because it's so crowded.
Yeah.
So I'd rather play like on a Wednesday at 10 a.m.
I always feel with golf, you have like that one hit or one hole. You're like,
Tin
man,
cup meltdown.
like, man, this is great.
Oh, yeah.
I love golf. And then the rest of the time, you're just pissed off.
Or you're on a par 5 and you're on in 2, and then you par it. Or you
Bogey it,
you
yeah.
hit a great shot to set yourself. You're 80 yards away, and it takes you 5 shots to get it in from 80 yards. You could kick it there in less shots. Devontae Smith retired on the ground ball to second for the second out.
I always hate when you're not hitting well. So then you're like, well, I'm not that far from the green, but I'm not hitting the ball that far. So you pick the wrong club, and then you have the best swing ever,
And you hit, yeah.
and you sky it over the green.
I don't play nearly enough to know how far area of how far I can hit a club, but no, I don't know what
I have
the
an
right club
okay
length is.
understanding, but then you're not feeling it. You're like, I should probably, probably hit with like an 8 or 9 on this one. You're like, well, I'm not hitting it that far. I'm gonna hit it with a 6 or a 7, and then you just sky it over top. And then you're pissed because you're like, man.
Khalid Brown swings through that 0-2 now, the count on him. Curveball, called strike 3, tagged out, and Corbin White gets his first 1-through-3 inning and his 7th strikeout. After 4 innings, the score remains Firestone 10, Garfield 0. And back to action, top of the 5th, and hey, look who's up again, Ben Hayes, top of the order. All he's done today has been perfect, 2 for 2. Run scored, or in a walk, and a run batted in. And he's first pitch hacking, ground ball to third. Fielded and thrown out across the diamond over to first. Metcalf to first for the first out.
We had talked about it'd be nice. I think they want to try and get a run here.
Mm-hmm.
You're at 10, so if you can hold them the next inning.
Yeah, I think you want to get out of here in 5 if you can, if you're the Falcons.
Yeah. We got a draft party to get to. Let's
Get Corbin White that complete game and
giddy up.
and probably player of the game.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it really has been a good team effort by the Falcons. Nobody with more than 1 hit besides Ben Hayes, who was just up.
Agreed. I think you'd have to do pitching as he has just been.
If he
Lights
finishes with a shutout, we're putting the pressure on him. We're probably jinxing ourselves and him.
Yeah. Yay, 7 innings.
But his battery mate, Adam Waters, here in his. This is his 4th inning of relief, partner. He came on in the 2nd inning with no outs, and he has been
Burned up that bullpen.
equally as good. He really has. I mean, he hasn't given up any runs. He's used his D, and his D has played much better behind him. When you throw strikes and keep your D active, they always seem to play better when they're not on their heels.
Yeah.
Line drive there by Dees.
Well, I
Goes
think
for an out.
The difference is when they are getting hits, they're putting it in the infield. Where when they came out, they were just having problems trying to keep Metcalf's line drives into the gaps and into the outfield. They were really hitting the ball well the first inning.
Derek Dees now in his 2nd at bat. He reached on a fielder's choice back in the 3rd. Fouls that first one back.
I gotta move this over a little bit.
Yeah, get comfortable, Dr. Dave. Rocks and fires, and Waters doesn't throw hard, but he's been deceptively quick, and he brings the ball just a little bit out of the strike zone, just enough so you can't get on top of it. 0-2 now, as he's way ahead in the count. Gotta like the way he's thrown in relief.
Yeah, I think they wanted to try and wait to bring him in, but they had to bring him in so early. Reach for it.
Pitch golfed, and that's gonna drop in.
Nice hit.
Yep, good pitch. I mean, that's all you could do with it, but Dees went down and got it for the 7th hit of the ball game for the Falcons. That will bring up Owen Grant for the 2nd time. Owen flew out to center in his first at bat. First pitch upstairs. Firestone looking to add on here. Nice scoop on pitch in the dirt.
Oh.
2-0 count. Hey, earlier today the Indians took took the businessman special. Cabrera, 4 hits. What do you think of the Indians so far, Dave?
I think they're
Just kind of hanging around, right?
they're up and down, but to me, I think Francona he does such a great job of
Mixing and matching.
just continuously being scrappy.
Yep.
And he just makes them prepared that, hey, at any time we could squeeze out a win when we don't think we should.
Well, Grant walks on four pitches. But yeah, you know, and really hurt. I mean, the top of your 1 and 3 hitter, your 3 hitter Kipnis is on the DL. Bourne's been in and out of the lineup. Not Santana's hitting $150. So I mean, the top of the order is not come around yet. But you can see the pitching starting to. Great start last night by Josh Tomlin.
Yeah,
Love
absolutely.
that guy, man. He battles. He throws like not impressive on the radar gun, high 80s, but he moves the ball around and he uses his D. He's fun to watch. Ball 1 to Goose Tree, who struck out his last time.
Yeah, it looks like someone's running out of gas as well.
I know. I'll try to gut it through here.
4 innings, man. What do you want?
That one line down the line. Oh, what a play down the third base line. Jared Metcalf leaped and would have been a great play, but maybe even better as he caught it on the rebound. So Goose Tree robbed, and Waters does his job getting out of trouble. Nice play, leaving 2 on there. The score remains 10-0 Firestone. Yep. Carter's 38.
No.
How about yours?
I think my Carter's like 34.
We're going to have linemen. Bookends, Carter and Carter.
Dude, kid can eat, man. He just eats everything. My daughter just got into the 40-pound realm.
And how old is she?
She's 4.5, so she wants the booster seat now.
Yeah.
Like, give me that booster seat.
It's time, man. No, it's time when you say it's time. Bottom of the 5th inning.
She's still pretty tiny.
O'Neill, Bowden, and Sherman due up.
And it means I have to buy a new car seat.
Yeah, I've been there.
I will wait a little bit. Plus,
Wind kicking up here, Dave.
It's not bad to have them in the booster seat, but then they have to do the seatbelt by themselves. I know she can't do that.
Actually, that's Oliver. They're letting him hit. He's hitting for O'Neill here. I beg your pardon.
Yeah. I get the substitution.
Dave, I'll tell you, no, wait till this pitch is over.
Okay. Suspense. On the edge of my seat.
Oliver fouls that straight back as Dave and I are talking all things Akron. We're talking car seats. We're talking about our bookend offensive tackles who the Browns are going to take in maybe, I don't know, the 2032 draft. No, earlier than that, 2029.
We have to fix the supplemental draft so they can be on the same team.
Well, mine will just be a traditional 5-year guy, and your guy can go after his junior year because he's blue chipper. They're not going to play sports. They're going to be 6'5", 250. Curveball catches Oliver looking.
That's why you're player of the game.
8 strikeouts now. Wow, that's an early call there. 8 strikeouts now for Corbin White. Corbin's it's a good pitcher's name too, isn't it? I don't know, just comes out easy.
I would agree with that. Concur?
Wow, you agreed with me. Write that down.
I concur.
DeAndre Bowden.
What are you gonna say
Well, you're
about
gonna be saying they're glad they drafted Sammy Watkins after tonight. Sky high, trying to bring rain as Bowden, and that one drifted back as the wind caught it, but caught in center field by Hayes for the second out of the inning.
Need this one.
It's up
Need
to
a hit.
Lorenzo Sherman.
Yep. Rally starts here.
So all Corbin White has done is retired 10 out of the last 11 hitters. Trying to jinx him. I don't know why.
So my daughter watched Angels in the Outfield.
Oh,
remember that?
right here. Yeah, that right here.
Yeah.
Danny Glover. That's an underrated baseball
Yeah,
movie.
she thought it was good, and then she asked if real angels are in the baseball field.
And she sat and watched it.
On and
Pretty
off.
good. That's pretty good for something that's not animated.
She did not. She wasn't into the beginning where they're kind of once the angels arrived, then she kind of like.
And she liked it.
Yeah. You gotta have something mysterious,
My daughter
princess-like.
watched The Sandlot, but would not sit through A League of Their Own. There's no crying in baseball. Come on.
That's a good one.
Not Major League yet. So we'll wait a little while.
Yeah.
Down to their last strike. The Rams, and that one in the dirt. Nice block by Von Stein. 2-2. Lorenzo Sherman, 1 for 2 on the day. Singled and stole a base in the first inning. Struck out in the third. Curveball, strike 3. Corbin White, congratulations. Excellent game by him. And Firestone did what you got to do when you're the more dominant team. Came out early with a touchdown in the first and a field goal in the second and cruised today to a 10-0 victory. For the Falcons, they finish with 10 runs on 6 hits. And Garfield, that was their second inning that they didn't get anybody on base. They were shut out, had 3 hits on the night. Congratulations to Corbin White as he strikes out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Garfield batters. Dave?
Yep.
What do you got? So career education player of the game, anything?
Yeah, I told you what it was.
So he said in the last inning, Corbin White, career education player of the game. The Falcons move now, Dave, to 10-11 overall. They will get that third shot at the Ellett Orangemen. You know how it's tough to beat a team. We've seen it in basketball 3 consecutive times. Ellett, that senior-laden squad, they'll meet here in about a week and a half for that City Series title game.
Yeah, and he wins the career education player of the game, which is a career education department where students can choose from 30 different career education programs. For more information, visit apscareers.com. And of course, we want to say City Series Baseball right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools. Certainly offering a free lunch to every elementary student, a free breakfast to every student, and so many online things and opportunities there are in the Akron Public Schools at akronschools.com. Akron Schools, the
Smart choice.
smart choice.
We want to thank everyone that made this possible for us here at Summit Lake Park. For Ryan Dumont running things back at APS 15, and the guy bringing you the pictures, Peter George. He's Dave Schick. I'm Joe Pacansky. Thanks, and we'll see you next time at the ballpark.